Hello and welcome one and all to the World Ice Hockey Championships 2013 edition. My name is Mark Berwald, and I have the pleasure to be with you for this preliminary round game between Denmark and Czech Republic. Both of these teams, as you saw from the standings, want to get this game for the points, but we will stop for the respective national anthems. Czech Republic rolled into this tournament ranked number 3 in the world, Denmark number 12. Both of these teams are scrapping for points. The Czech Republic will be in the red jersey, and Denmark will be in the white jersey for tonight's game. Both of these teams have had 3 preliminary round games so far, and both teams have only managed to get 1 win. Denmark needing overtime to slip by Slovenia 3-2. We'll have a look at the lines now coming up for the Czech Republic, starting off with the goalies. And of course, the Czech Republic has lots of NHL talent on its roster, 9 players as well. They've been doing excellent job. All of these players have been doing excellent jobs on the power play, penalty killing. They have an excellent goalie, number 53, Salek, who's ranked number 4 so far in the tournament. As we come around now, we're looking at the head coach from the Czech Republic, Alois Hadamczyk. Now we're going to have a look at Denmark. And having a look at who's between the pipes there, Patrick Galbraith, number 1. And we're looking at the various lines that we have here. Denmark, on the other hand, has 3 NHLers. They have the Laurinsen brothers, who have been very impressive so far. Oliver as well. Oliver Laurinsen played a number of games this year with the Philadelphia Flyers. And there we see number 31 from Denmark, Simon Nielsen. He will be between the pipes for Denmark. Both of these teams, as I was saying, desperately want to win, get the points, don't get too far away from the leaders in this entire group. They're in the S group. That's why we're in Stockholm, Sweden today. And of course, the leader of that group is the big upstart for this entire group has been Switzerland so far. They came in just fireballing through this entire tournament, and they're leading with 11 points so far. And Denmark having 2 points, and Czech Republic having 3, desperately want this game to stay attached to that fourth place in this group, so that they can go through to the quarterfinals. We'll be coming up on the face-off pretty soon. And the Czech Republic, as you know, I'm a big man for face-offs, and they have two of the best centermen out there, Martin Hansel and Peter Varana. They've been big face-off winners so far. Let's see who gets this one. It goes to Denmark. Denmark gets the puck right back into the center ice area, dumping it right down. No icing called. The Czech Republic goalie has it around the boards, but isn't able to get it out. Gets the puck is jammed up in the center ice area. But now here comes the Czech Republic, looking for a fast break with number 19, Jiří Lusty, going into the boards, but to no avail. Puck comes out into the mid-ice area. Good tempo in these first few seconds of the first period. Both teams going for changes on the fly. There you see number 2, Mikalik from Czech Republic, pulling up the puck into the Danish zone. Denmark handling it easy, throwing it out once again into the mid-ice area. A little bit of exchange of puck exchange in the mid-ice area. Denmark pulling it up along the side of the boards, trying to get it all the way down. Again, no icing. Czech Republic moving the puck behind its net, all the way out into the mid-ice area. Danish players confidently take control of the puck, move it behind their net. Not much pressure coming on them. Broken up in the mid-ice area by the Czech centerman. There you see number 11, Kubicek, getting in there, fighting it out for the Czech side, but the puck comes out into the mid-ice area once again. Passing between the D-men to get up into the mid-ice area. Delayed offside against Denmark. We'll have the first whistle of the game. The average age for the Czech side is 28. There we're having a look at the respective goalies. Pavelek for the Czech Republic and Nielsen for Denmark. Both number 31. Average age for Czech Republic is 28. Average age for Denmark is 26. That's pretty even so far. Oh, big turnover. Opportunity for Czech Republic. Go, hit the post. Hit the post. No goal. Then obviously the net came off its moorings. Number 24. Ergo gets the opportunity. Watch the post. They're right on the post. He had it. Watch to the left of your screen. The left. There it is. Right off the post. Defenseman number 27 from Denmark. Excuse me, number 22. Marcus Lauritsen came in, threw his body in there, saving a goal. First bigger opportunity. Nielsen was beat on that one. Nielsen, the Danish goalie. And oftentimes, as they say, the posts are goalie's best friends. And if that's anything that we're going to be seeing here on this game, it's going to be a great game, lots of action. We've seen oftentimes, we're going to see it again here, puck a giveaway right at from the defenseman. Here comes Ergo. He's got the deke between the pads, off the post. There's the defenseman, the Danish defenseman, number 22 from the Danish side, gave it up, off the post. Look at the defenseman come in, throwing his body in there. Lauritsen saving a goal. Bad work from the Danish defenseman, Lauritsen. He gave up the puck, but he was able to come back and save a goal. That's what you do. You know, everybody makes mistakes in hockey. You know, if you don't shoot, you're not going to hit the target. But what oftentimes is most important is what you do to correct your mistakes. There we see the captain for Denmark taking the face-off, winning it, getting it back to his number 3, Larsen, his defenseman, who brings it up all the way, having it down the ice. It's icing against Denmark. Pavelek so far hasn't been all that tested, but it's still just the first few minutes of the first period. There we see Per Bachmann and Alois Hadamczyk for the Czech side. And the face-off is to the right of Nielsen, the Danish goalie, coming behind their net. The D-men having trouble to getting it out again. It comes right back into their center area. Now they're able to get it out in the mid-ice area, as we have a good look at it from what usually a defenseman have a look at this. We've got another stoppage in play. Hudler, number 25 for the Czech Republic's out there on the ice right now. Jiří Hudler. He's going to take the face-off as well for the Czech Republic. And the Danish Jakobsen gets waved out of the face-off area. Zwinger comes in to take it for him. So far, they've been winning the face-offs up to this point. Danes getting themselves organized down to the mid-ice area. Number 33, Jacobson, gets it over to his partner, who got it down the ice. And we've got another stoppage in play. Offside, probably. Alwar Hadamcik. He's been here before. He's been to this tournament a number of times. Good experience for the head coach for the Czech side. And there we have number 20 for the Czech side. Hansel coming out to take the face-off against number 33, Pavel Francois, for the Danish side. The Danes again win the face-off, bringing it up onto the blue line. Thrown deep down into the Czech side, behind the net. Goalie Pavelcek rings it around the boards. Quick shot for Denmark. Onto the net. Pavelcek steers that into the corner. This time the Czechs seem to be a bit hemmed up in their own end. Danes bringing as much pressure as they can. Both of these teams would love to have a quick goal in the first period. The Danes keep the pressure on to the Czechs in their own end right now, working around the periphery of the ice. Coming out in the mid-ice area, shot! Good save by number 31, Pavelec, the goalie for the Czech side. Good work from the Danes, working the puck around the periphery. Number 33 for the Danes, choosing his moment. Jacobson, watch Jacobson working around seeing the space, coming right out there in the mid-ice area, shooting right through the screen. Right on Pavelec, number 31 for the Czech side. Good save, good work from both sides. And the Czechs get possession. Bring the puck out into the mid-ice area. Here comes a quick shot from the Czechs onto the net, steered by Nielsen into the left-hand corner. There's an exchange of pucks around the Danish blue line area. Now the Czechs have it. Keeping possession, working it around. Quick centering shot right onto Nielsen, the Danish goalie, who steers it into his left-hand corner. And we get a whistle and play. As I was saying, they were having the Verbata, Radim Verbata. Again, I do apologize if I get any of the pronunciation of the players' names wrong, but I do not apologize for my admiration of the level of play at this tournament so far. It's been excellent. And the face-off goes to, oh, quick possibility for the Czechs. There was a face-off in the Danish zone. The Danes won it, but number 14 from the Czech side, Fleischmann. Watch how he goes in. Comes down, he gets the puck. Number 42, excuse me. Gets it out to his companion. Fleischmann right in front of the net. Number 42, Kukel, Peter Kukel. That was hustle. Just getting in there, getting the puck, and that's what's called creating your own opportunities. Puck rings around the boards, down into the Danish zone. The Czechs are bringing more pressure onto the Danes. The Danes respond by throwing the puck right down onto the Pavelec, the number 31, the Czech goalie. Czechs are able to wither the pressure from the Danes and come out into the mid-ice area. Throwing it deep down right behind the Danish net. So far I've noticed there's been a lot of work by the goalies. The goalies coming out of their nets, going behind the net, working the puck much more as compared to years past, especially the American goalie. Czechs get organized once again. Puck goes into the Danish bench, and we have a stoppage in play. And there we see Peter Kukel, who took the face-off in the Danish zone and essentially went down got the puck from right behind the Danish net, threw it out in front for Fleischmann to have that opportunity. As I said again, if you're going to play hockey, do it like Kukl. He's the guy who went out there and created that opportunity. Here come the Danes looking to create their own opportunity. And the puck was along the boards. Now it's thrown out into the mid-ice area in the Danes' possession. D-men throwing it between themselves, giving their center and forwards time to set up. Icing weighted off. And here come the Czechs once again. Mid-ice area. They have to come right back out and regroup around the red line. Both teams getting fresh legs on the ice. Czechs coming out from behind their own net. Taking their time. Long cross rink. Number 20, big slap shot from number 20, Hansel, Martin Hansel, the lefty. Hansel gets an excellent, he got good wood on that puck. And an excellent stop from Nielsen, the Danish goalie. And that's exactly what the Czechs want to do. Get a quick cross-rink pass over to players like Hansel, who's a lefty, who can get in quick and get that shot off, having the distance from the Danish defenseman, which gives him that opportunity to do that. If he was right-handed, obviously, he would be jammed in against the Danish defenseman. So there we see again Hansel right behind the Danish net, and we see how big he is, number 20 for the Czech side, and what kind of strength he has. And there's a penalty coming up. Penalty coming up. The Czechs are pulling their goalie. Hansel for the Czech side has the puck behind the Danish net. The play is whistled dead. It's going to be a penalty against Denmark. Jacobson, number 33, looks like he's going to take 2 minutes for holding. Or also known as clutch and grab. Julian Jacobson gets the first penalty of this game in the first period, 6:31 in the first period. Let's see how it developed. There it is right there. He's holding on to the Czech player, number 90, Hurdle. Hurdle was causing all sorts of nightmares back there for Jacobson. Of course, the Danish head coach Per Bachmann that you see right there talking to his player, giving some advice. There we see some of the fans from Denmark and from the Czech Republic sitting together watching this game. Face-off in the Danish side to the right of Nielsen, the Danish goalie. 5-on-4 power play, big slap shot. Going through the crowd, goes off the boards out into the mid-ice area. Power play for Czech Republic against Denmark. 0-0 so far in the first period. Czech Republic players keep the puck along the boards, moving it along the periphery, trying to get something set up. Danish players being very aggressive. There's the setup for the big shot. He fans on it. Czech players fanned on it. As you see, Denmark gets fresh legs out on the ice. They're trying to stand up the Czech players in the mid-ice area. The Czechs just throw the puck deep down into the Danish area. Number 25. Hudler, Yuri Hudler, number 19, now has a big screenshot. That shot was coming from Lusty, Yuri Lusty. He had an excellent screenshot on the goal. It went wide. And the Czechs keep possession of the puck. They have a very good power play so far from a percentage point of view in this tournament. Moving it around once again. Lusty to Nakladel. There's the shot through a bunch of legs. Pops off to the side. Danes are able to get the puck down the ice. Everybody off to the bench, get change of lines on the ice for both sides. 35 seconds left in the power play for the Czech Republic. There's number 93, Voracek, bringing it down, moving it along the boards now between defensemen. Looking to move it in for a better shot. Here it comes, big slap shot, goes wide. And the Danes are able to pop it down over the blue line. Number 5 from the Czech side, Smid picks it up. Able to get good fast penetration down into the Danish area. Danes come right back with a quick wrist shot. Bounces around into the corner. Both teams are at full strength. Penalty is over. Here come the Danes with some high pressure of their own, keeping the Czechs, excuse me, on their heels. Number 19, Stahl, bringing some high pressure for the Danes. The Czechs respond with number 12, Novotny, bringing the puck in on the left-hand side of the Danish area, but it's thrown right back deep down into the Czech area. The Czechs take their time, get themselves reorganized, get a few fresh players on the ice, and say, let's go at it once more. Number 12, Novotny, bringing it down, broken up at the mid-ice area. Here comes the opportunity for the Danes. Number 8, Storm along the boards, getting it back to his D area. Storm and Jensen behind the Czech net. They're working it hard against the Storm. But there's that was a good possibility for the Danes. Broken up right at the last second by the Czech defender. And the Danes are content just to throw it deep down into the Czech side, get new legs onto the ice. The Czechs with number 80, Kutlak, right behind the net, right behind his goalie, number 31, Pavelec. Decide now to come out. All the way down the ice, that's an icing call against Czech Republic. There's Kukul, he's been having a good first period so far. So far, just one penalty so far in this period. Kukul will be taking the face-off for the Czech side in his own end. Czechs behind their own net. The Danes give up the space right to the first blue line, staying tight, not opening up space for the Czechs, who have a lot of speedsters on their roster. And the Danes are quite content to throw it out to the mid-ice area. Icing waved off. Nielsen, Danish goalie, works it around to his defenseman. Gets thrown right back behind his net. Danish defender number 25, Lauritsen, takes his man into the boards. There's number 33, Jakobsen, doing his part. Keeping number 19, Jiri Lusti, gives up the puck to the Danes. The Danes are quite content just to get fresh legs out on the ice. Danes being very disciplined, playing a very ordered first period so far, not getting rattled, not getting scrambly. Here comes a good opportunity. Oh, offside! That was a good opportunity. Looks like a good opportunity for the Danish side, but they were offside. Too bad for Nielsen, number 15. There we see the head coach, Alwar Hadamchik, talking to his players, giving some up to the second advice. And the face-off won by the Czech side. Moving it up into the mid-ice area. Penalty. Here comes, it looks like a slashing call. Maybe on Nielsen, number 15, I'm not sure. It happened in the mid-ice area. Looks like the second penalty of the period, and both of them are going against the Danish side so far. No, excuse me. Martin Green, number 13, the captain. Number 13. Captain gets himself a slashing call right there. And it's a power play once again for the Czech Republic. And you don't want to get into that too often, because I was saying they have excellent percentage on their power play. And of course, the face-off is to the right of Nielsen, the Danish goalie. There we're having a good look at what the defensemen usually see, just as Lauritsen does a good job there. Number 6 as well from the Danish side. Larsen did an excellent job to get that puck out of their end, but the Czechs just come right back at ya. Working it deep down into the zone. Comes number 12, Novotny. He gets help from number 9. Working it around the boards. Czechs taking their time. They've got 1:15 left in their power play. Working around, here comes the one-timer. Number 87, Nakladel, on the point for the Czech Republic. He's got a hummer of a shot. Looks like they're trying to work it around to him again. This time just off the mark. He puts it right down, deep down into the Danish side to number 25, Hudler. Now number 12, Novotny has it, working it around again. The Danes this time on this power play not being very aggressive against the Czechs. It goes off the assistant captain's number 15 for the Danish side, Nielsen, Rasmus Nielsen, stick into the crowd. There's Jiri Hudler, number 25 for the Czech side. He was out there trying to make things happen, along with Nakladel, number 87. Look, here's the one-timer from Nakladel. Just a little bit wide. They had a pretty good screen set up on Nielsen, the Danish goalie, but not complete. Ooh, whoa, big scramble in front of the net, but the puck gets thrown out into the mid-ice area. And then we have, for the Czech side, number 5, Smid, letting his companions get organized. Here comes number 90, Hurdle. He has a good head of steam coming right down into the Danish area. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Hey, but the Danes didn't get rattled that time. They just send the Czechs right back down the entire ice. Mikalik, number 2, has it. Throws it down the ice side. Coming up to 1 second, 0. Teams at even strength, but the Czechs have possession of the puck in the Danish end. Danish number 40, Jensen, doing his best to get that puck out of their area. Finally do into the mid-ice area with number 5, Smid from the Czechs, holding on to that puck again, off to his companion. They move it right back between one another, taking their time, getting things set up until the Czechs see what they want. There's a nice little flip shot right across the entire ice. Oh, looking for the tip in, but to no avail. The Danish defense said, I know what you want to do. And we're able to break it up, throw the Czechs right back down into their own end. 5.5 minutes left in the first period, 0-0 still. Both teams working, looking for the puck along the Czech boards. So far, the Danes have been very effective in standing up the Czechs between the two blue lines and getting a lot of that game time being played between the two blue lines. Here now we see number 80, Kutlak, trying to bring the puck up for the Czech side, but to no avail. Number 29, Madsen, trying to get a shot. Oh! Excellent opportunity for the Danes, of all people, to looking for a little tip in. So close, but no cigars, they say. Danes working the puck in their own zone. Both teams are getting fresh legs onto the ice. There you see number 3 from the Danish side, Larsen, looking to give a pass to one of the new speedsters out there. Pavelek, the Czech goalie, didn't know where that was for a second. He was looking from right to left. Here comes the Czechs once again. The Danes have big number 25, Lauritsen, Oliver Lauritsen, out there for defenseman. Oh, big rebound from Nielsen. Went out to his own player. That way they were able to just pop it down the ice to the other end of the ring. Czechs showing big determination. Jan Heda, number 35, throws it right down into the Danish area. It seems like the Czechs have decided that now is the moment that they're going to try and push to get a goal in these last few minutes of this first period. There comes number 62 from the Czech side, Tenkrat. He had a good tournament last year as well. Petr Tenkrat, number 62. Looking for a bit more from him. He's out there on the lower right-hand side of your screen. Was offside against the Czech Republic. Just over 3 minutes, 3 minutes 22 seconds left in the first period. It's still a 0-0 draw. 0-0 really doesn't, draw in this game doesn't really serve either side. They want, both of the teams are looking for a win. Danish players talking it over. How are they going to confront this last three minutes and some seconds of this first period? As I was saying before, Denmark has the Lauritsen brothers. Oliver played a number of games, between 15 and 20 games this year with the Philadelphia Flyers. His brother as well is following in his footsteps. Here we have a break in the play, and we're going to get started once again for these last few minutes in the first period. As I was saying before the game, was that the Czech Republic, percentage-wise, had the big centerman, but I've been very impressed by the centerman from Denmark in this first period. Number 13 of all people, Martin Green, been very good. Look at him; he won that face-off right there. He gets the puck back from Starkov, number 14. And there was a quick shot from the captain, number 13, Green, on the Czech goalie, number 31, Pavlic. And the face-off is to the left of Pavlic, the Czech goalie. And we'll see what we have. The Danish centerman waved out of the ice area. Novotny takes the face-off for the Czech Republic. Here's a quick break, 2-on-2 for the Czech Republic. Let's see if they can get something going here in the last few minutes. Right into the corner. Oh, big deflection from number 12, Novotny, right in front of Nielsen, the Danish goalie. But to no avail. Here come the Danes right back. Our 2-on-2 situation. Trying to turn it into 3-on-2. Here comes, it looks like it was going to be a good shooting opportunity, but excellent work from number 80, Kutlak, the Czech defenseman. The Czechs coming right back, looking for a quick tip-in right now. Danes are back, covering in front of their own net. They're content just to throw it down into the Czech area. Here comes a shot. Nielsen. Here comes the Danish player, deflected off of a leg from off of Nakladil's leg into the corner. Obviously, the Czechs are trying to up the tempo in these last few minutes. This is not what the Danes should be doing. The Danes should be sticking to their game plan of playing defensive. Don't get into a road race or a running race with the Czechs, because they've got some real speedsters out there. Czechs once again coming down. Here's the shot. Blocked in for the net. This looks a good opportunity. 3-on-2 for the Danes. Find some space. There's a shot off the post. It went off the post. It went off the right post of Pavlic. It's a penalty coming up against the Czechs. Hooking. We're going to have a look at that replay again. That shot went off of the right post, excuse me, of Pavlic, the Czech goalie. Very low, right on the ice surface. Smids off to the penalty. Watch. Maybe it went off more off the linear, but it was close anyway. Let's have another look at it. Look to the right of the goalie. Nielsen. Oh, there's earlier shots. Power play. The first power play for Denmark. hooking call. Here comes Denmark, getting the puck down into the Czech into the ice, trying to keep possession, trying to set up some pressure on the Czechs. Good work behind the Czech net by the Danish players, keeping possession of the puck, working it around the periphery of the ice surface, taking their time. Between the defensemen goes the puck, back to number 3. Well, here's a good opportunity from the captain, Green. Through the pads, no avail. The Danes keep possession, working it around once again. They've had a couple of good scoring opportunities so far in this power play. Excellent work. Here comes the one-timer, wide of the net. Uh-oh! Opportunity for the Czechs. There's a very tight angle. Nielsen, the Danish goalie, was able to kick it out. Here come the Danes once again. It's broken up right at the Czech blue line. The Czechs try and look for a quick turnaround, bringing it down onto Nielsen. Only thing I can say about Nielsen, the Danish goalie, so far in this first period, he's let out a few big rebounds. But so far, that's the way it ends. 0-0 between Czech Republic and Denmark after the first period. The teams are off to the dressing rooms. You guys go and get yourself a sandwich. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes' time. Bye-bye.
Shots on goal in the first period. Team Denmark 4, Team Czech Republic 7. Skottstatistiken i den första perioden: Danmark 4, Tjeckien 7.
Hi, welcome back for the beginning of the second period between Czech Republic and Denmark. As we saw at the end of the first period, we saw that number 20, Martin Hansel from the Czech Republic, was taking a long time getting off the ice, favoring that left foot. That would be a big loss for the Czech side since he's a power forward and he has a very good face-off abilities as well. The Danish side coming back on the ice as well. As we saw from the highlights, the Danish side was able to count on the posts between on either side of their goalie Nielsen to stop 2 goals from going in. So twice the Czech side hit the posts on the Danish goalie. There we see Green, the captain from the Danish side, rallying his troops. He had an excellent first period. Nielsen comes out again, as you see, number 31 for the Danish side. We'll see if they're able to keep up that intensity and keep on blocking the Czech Republic between the two blue lines. It's going to be a power play for the Danish side for about the first 30 seconds. As we see, number 5 from the Czech Republic, he's Smid, Ladislav Smid. He is in the penalty box for a number of seconds. And there we see number 31, Pavelic, between the pipes for the Czech side as well. As far as face-offs go in the first period, Denmark did excellent, winning a high percentage of the face-offs. The Czech Republic is going to have to change that and going to have to bring more pressure. But first, they're going to have to get themselves out of penalty problems. And there's number 33 for the Danish side, number Jacobsen. He's going to be taking it up against number 12, Novotny. The Danes get the face-off. And they have number 25 seconds on a power play. They should get down there as quick as possible, try and get an early shot onto Pavelic, the Czech goalie. The puck possession here comes to one-timer wide of the net. Danes are able to keep possession on the Czech side. Long wrist shot from the point, right on Pavelic. Number 31, he has it in his left-hand glove side. There we're having a look at the respective head coaches who probably had words with their players in the dressing room after the first period. Bachmann, obviously satisfied with the results of the first period. Doesn't want his team to get too scrambly or get into a skating game with the Czechs, who have a lot of speedsters out there. Danes once again throw the puck deep down into the Czech side. Teams of even strength. Here come the Czechs right now, looking for a quick turnaround. Number 93, Voracek, has the puck inside, gets it back to number 87, Nakladel. His shot goes around, rings around the boards, back down into the Czech end. Czechs keeping the possession of the puck in their own end, getting their organization down, where they can throw it down, deep down into the Danish zone. Icing waved off. There come the Danes looking for a long stretch pass that gets them down behind the Czech goal, trying to keep possession of the puck. Is number 11, Bjorkstrand, Patrick Bjorkstrand. But to no avail. The Czechs, they come up with the puck, once again reorganizing behind their own net. Czechs are down into the Danish zone. Quick flip shot towards the net, goes wide. Danes are able to force the puck out into the mid-ice area. There's number 62, Petr Tenkrát, out there on the ice for the Czechs. Here comes a good opportunity for the Czechs. For Tenkrát, he isn't able to keep control. He has the puck right behind the Danish net right now. Out to the point. Here comes the slap shot. It's deflected into the corner. Danes are able to handle that pressure and come out into the mid-ice area. They're content just to throw it down deep into the Czech area. Mikalik Bringing it out for the Czech side. Throws it down. Icing called off. Danes looking very poised so far in this early moments of the second period. Czechs are able to get it into the Danish zone. Big struggle for the puck behind the Danish net. Nielsen, the Danish goalie, ever attentive. And the Czechs once again turn it around. Looks like an offside call being called there. Number 6 from Stefan Lassen from the Danish side had an encounter of the close kind at his own blue line with the Czech player. Once again, the face-off goes to the Danes, who don't waste any time getting it deep down into the Czech into the ice. Czechs handle that quite well. Broken up in the mid-ice area, thrown right back down into the Czech zone. Number 80, Kuklak, moves it around to his companion. And the Czechs throw it right down onto Nielsen. The Danish goalie, who covers it up, takes the face-off. Face-off will be to the left of number 31, Nielsen, the Danish goalie. There we see some movement of players on the Czech bench. Alois Hadamczyk obviously isn't happy. He was thinking of having a couple of goals by this point in the game. He's going to have to start looking up and down the bench and see what he can do for a combination to get something going. Danes move it out into the mid-ice area. The Danes have been very, very organized, very disciplined so far. Playing a very defensive style, not opening up spaces for the Czechs. Here comes number 25, Oliver Lauritsen. Throws it in. Oliver, as I said, number 25 for the Danish side. Played a good number of games for the Philadelphia Flyers this year, and that seems to have lifted his game quite a bit. Here comes the Czechs. Once again, just throwing it down onto the net. Lauritsen throws it down the ice. Icing against the Danish team. There we have a good look at Oliver Lauritsen. He's getting a good amount of ice time. And the face-off is in the Danish zone, to the right of Nielsen, the goalie. And the Danish centerman is waved out of the face-off area. Czechs throwing it in on the Danish net. Danes come right back at him. Offside against Denmark. There's some talking and organization going on the Czech bench, as well going on the Danish side. I think right there at the face-off area we saw number 20. Yes, we do. It's the number 20 for the Czech side, Hansel, Martin Hansel. So he did make it back. He's favoring that left ankle. Maybe he just took a slap shot off the ankle and he was able to walk it off. Here comes a good work from number 19 from the Danish side, Kim Stahl. We saw him right there, giving you that extra second effort. And that's how you do it. You come in there, Stahl right there, give that extra second effort, and oftentimes doing that type of work creates opportunities. Puck can bounce either way. If you're in there, forcing the situation, every once in a while you get a goal. Here's the face-off in the Czech zone. Denmark wins it. Here comes number 3 for the Larsen for the Danish side. Broken up by the Czechs. Throw it into the mid-ice area. Denmark, number 33, Jacobson dumps it right back in the Czech zone. Czechs bring it out into the mid-ice area. Big slap shot. Deflects wide into the corner. And it's thrown right down into the Czech zone. Danish players have the possession, looking for a tip-in. Here's a possibility for the Czechs. Nielsen came way out of his net. Looks like it could be an offside. Nielsen, Simon Nielsen. He didn't show any fear about coming out of the net. He came right out to his blue line to sweep that puck away, to take away from a possible breakaway coming down on him. And the Czechs win that face-off. Puck goes over to number 2, Michalik. Brings it up to the mid-ice area, dumps it in. Here comes number 24, Urgel. Zbigniew Urgel. But to no avail. The Danes bring it right back deep down. Aren't being intimidated whatsoever by the fame of the Czech side. Danes may have an opportunity here. Number 19 from the Danish side. Kim Stahl doing the good work out there. Excuse me, number 13. Green, Morton Green, the captain, showing him how it's done. Czechs keep the puck in. Good poke check from Jacobson. Working along the boards, both teams. Czechs come up with the puck. Feeling themselves organized, getting some fresh legs out onto the ice. Number 93, Voracek is out there for the Czech side. Here's an opportunity. Yeah! Oh, what a save! What a save! Nielsen comes up with the big glove hand, robbing the Czech side of a sure goal. Number 19 for the Czech side, Yuri Lusty, can't believe it. He says, what happened? He did everything right, but it didn't go in. Let's have a look at it again. Here come the Czechs down on the Danes. Excellent speed, there it is, right over Lusty, boom, right in there. Nielsen comes over, big pad, covers it up, but he gets his glove hand out there, watch, right into his glove, Lusty. Excellent save from Nielsen. Watch it again, left-hand side of your screen. Got his glove hand out there, got it. Yuri Lusty, look at that. The Danish bench saying that is excellent work. Nielsen, he earns his keep right there with that one big save. That seems to have been one of the biggest scoring opportunities so far tonight, or for today, for the Czech side. On the reign, 0-0, 12:41 left in the second period between Czech Republic and Denmark. And there we see the Czechs setting up the face-off in the Danish zone. Back to the point. Number 93, Voracek has it for the Czech side, trying to bring it right into the slot area, gets broken up. Danes are able to bring it out to their blue line. Organizing again, but they give it up. Here's a quick turnaround, Voracek. Another possible tip-in off of Nielsen. Ooh, Danish player went very heavily. Number 3 for the Danish side went very heavily into the boards. Philip Larsen. And it's probably going to be a penalty. 2 minutes coming up for tripping. Right there, got the stick right between Larsen's legs, took him down. Here's the scoring opportunity that come up. Lusty put it right into the glove. Nielsen came out, did an excellent job. There we see number 87, Jacob Nakladel, in the penalty box for 2 minutes. Power play for Denmark. Here come the Danes, taking their time, dump it deep down into the Czech zone, moving around the periphery of the boards. Czechs throw the Danes right back into their own zone. Nielsen leaves the puck for his defenders. Now get organized. Big Martin Hansel is out there, number 20 for the Czechs, to do some penalty killing. The Czechs, there's Martin Hansel, being very aggressive against the Danish forwards, breaking up their power play. Just under a minute left in the power play for Denmark. The puck jumps over the glass, and we have a stoppage in play. Here we have a good look at number 41, Jensen, for the Danish side. And here we get a resumption in play. Denmark, 50 seconds left in its power play. Here comes number 89 for the Danish side, Mikael Botker. Number 3, Larsen, trying to work it around the boards. The Czechs are able to get a possession of the puck and throw it right down onto Nielsen, the Danish goalie. And the Danes get reorganized in their own zone. And the Danes keep possession of the puck in the Czech side, working around the periphery. Oh, just over the crossbar. There was a deflection off of Pavelec, the Czech goalie. Here comes another opportunity. Oh, just jumped over the Danish player's stick. They had worked it out perfectly. Full strength between both teams now. Here come the Czechs, looking to get a quick turnaround. Danes keep possession of the puck. Try to bring it up as quick as possible. And the Danes do keep possession of the puck. And it bounces out from the corner, right in front of Pavelec. Number 31, the goalie for the Czech Republic, he jumps on it. Poulsen goes over and has a few words with his teammate. Let's have a look how they work that puck around in the last power play. Oh, off the crossbar. Beautiful work. Just batted it right out of midair. Went off the goalie, off the crossbar, over the glass. Danes going out there creating their opportunities just under the 10-minute mark of the second period. Here come the Czechs again. Number 5 for the Czech side, Smid, throws it down the ice, no icing. Nielsen, the goalie, has it off the glass, bounces strangely. Czechs are almost able to turn it around. Here comes Mikulik, the big Czech defenseman, trying to get something going for his side. Some good heavy hitting going on right now in the corner between the Danish and Czech players. Here come the Czechs had it all set up. Here comes possible opportunity for the Danes. No, they're content just to throw it in to the Czech zone. The Czechs were looking for a quick turnaround. Here comes the long stretch pass, but to no avail. The Danes are able to push the Czechs into their own zone and cough up the puck. Offside against Denmark. There we see Green. There was the Lusty, who had that big opportunity He still can't believe it. Still, I was saying, number 62 for the Czech side, Petr Tenkrat. Last year at the World Championships, he had a huge tournament. Expecting to see more out of him in these next few shifts for the Czech side. Once again, we see the Danes seem to be gaining more and more momentum, but this is a Czech opportunity coming up here. Czech players that oh, there was another possible tip in. The Danish defender had the Czech out to. There's Martin Hansel coming out with another possible, looking for another tip in. Whistled dead the play. No penalties on it. There's Lusty ancora. Number 19 for the Czech side, looking for a tip in or looking for a loose puck out in front of the Danish net. Here we see all the work to bring that puck out in front. Lusty. There we see number 9 trying to create a screen. There comes the puck right back. Tried to get a poke it in. Lusty so far has been quite frustrated, but he's out there creating opportunities for the Czech side. As I say, both of these teams' head coaches, they're going to have to dig down deep into their playbook and have to look up and down the bench to get some combination of players to try and break this deadlock. Here we get a resumption of play again. Face off in the Danish side to the left of Nielsen, the Danish goalie. There we see Big Hansel, number 20 for the Czech side, going to take the face off. Let's see what happens. See how difficult it is to move Hansel off the puck. And the Danes are able to get it out into the mid-ice area. Here's a turnaround for the Danes. Not able to get a shot on the net. Czechs trying to turn it around, but again, the Danes are playing an excellent game of breaking up the Czech play between the two blue lines. Here come the Czechs, looking for opportunity. Nielsen's got it for the Danish side, stoppage and play. Hansel's ankle seems to be A-OK. He's onto the bench. There will be a resumption of play in the Danish zone to the right of the Danish goalie Nielsen. The Danes again win the face-off. Again, the Czechs are forced to throw the puck down into the corner of the Danish side. Here's a foot race for it. Coming down there. Icing has been waved off. Here come the Danes trying to pick up a loose puck. Czechs are able to respond. Here's a 2-on-2 situation for the Czech Republic. Excellent work from number 41, Jensen, the D-man for Denmark. Here we see number 5, Smid, for the Czech Republic, trying to get something going, working the puck along behind the Danish net. Novotny as well. Here's the slap shot from the point, deflected off into the corner. Once again, we see that the Czechs seem to be trying to raise the tempo of the game, the pace of the game, trying to force a situation where they're going to get a goal. The Danes so far have been responding quite well. Danes quite content just to throw it down, deep down into the Czech zone, get some fresh legs on the ice. Long stretch pass for the Czechs. To no avail. Battle for the puck behind the Danish net. Number 42. Oh, looking for the big wraparound. Nielsen denies. the Czech player, number 42, Peter Kukel. Lauritsen gets into a bit of a shoving match in front of his own goal. Everything seems to calm down quite quickly though. Peter Kukel tried to do a wraparound right from behind the net. There you see it right there. And here we get a resumption of play in the Danish zone. Czechs keep possession, working along the boards into the opposite corner. There we see Green, the captain for Denmark, gets the puck out into the mid-ice area. Almost an opportunity for the Danish side. We get a stoppage in play. I think it's because, let's have a look at it. Goes off the pad. Danish players in the crease area. Interference with the goalie. Start called. Number 14 for the Danish side. Got it too deep into the Czech net area. There's Morten Green, number 13, the captain. He's been playing and showing an example for all the other players on the Danish side so far in this game. Just over 5 minutes left in the second period. Czech Republic, Denmark, 0-0. Martin Handel, number 20 for the Czech side, out there, trying to get possession of the puck, dragging it along the boards, trying to move it out. Quick centering pass. Oh, there's a big check. No penalty called on that. And the Danes are able to pull the puck out into the mid-ice area. And number 5, Smid, has it behind the Czech net, waiting for his teammates to get organized. Has it off to Mikalik, number 2. Mikalik takes a long slap shot, deflects off a body into the corner. Danes come up with it behind their own net. Czechs trying to bring some high pressure on the Danes, trying to force turnover of the puck, trying to get a goal at this point in the game. Danes looking very poised, looking in good shape as well as a team. They don't look like they're... That could have been a high stick situation there, but it wasn't called by the referee. Here come the Czechs. Tight corner. Once again, Nielsen leaving a big rebound out from that slap shot from a tight angle. Long stretch pass for Denmark. Goes all the way down the ice, facing against Denmark. Lauritsen going back to the bench. Had a good shift. As I say, Denmark ranked number 12 in the world, Czech Republic number 3. But both of them are fighting right now to get to the 4th and final spot in their group, which would take them into the quarterfinals. Both teams desperately need these points. They don't want to get too far away from the leaders of their area. Discipline is going to be important in these next few minutes, obviously. Nobody wants to take a penalty. There we see Denmark leading in 20 to 15, 20 to 16 now as far as face-offs are won. Danes circling back into their own zone. Nice move. from number 29, Morten Madsen. Took a quick little snapshot on Pavelic. He was up to it, covered it up, number 31. There we see Julian Jacobsen changing his stick, getting a new stick out there. It's going to be, he's won face-offs. This guy won 70% so far tonight. That's a major, major statistic. Jacobsen gets waved out of the face-off area. Danish defenseman showing good poise, not getting rattled from the pressure from the Czech players. Here come the Danes once again. Throwing it deep down into the Czech zone. Number 33, Jacobsen, throws it into his teammate. Number 89, Botker. Here comes a little screenshot into Pavelic, turned into the corner. Here's our opportunity for the Czech Republic. Penalty. Penalty. That was a trip on number 93, Voracek. He was tripped. They had an excellent opportunity for the Czech Republic. As I was saying, discipline. Now we're going to see number 3, Larson, Philip Larson. Let's see how it happens. There comes Voracek coming in. Well, that gets called as a tripping. Larson gets himself 2 minutes just at the end of the second period. This isn't what Denmark wanted. This is what Czech Republic wanted, and they get the face-off as well in the Danish area. Let's see if the Czech Republic is able to capitalize on this opportunity. Get the puck with Mikulik. Here comes the slap shot, looking for the deflection to no avail. Bounces off into the other area. Big Martin Hansel is out there with the puck, moves it around to Mikulik, number 2, the defenseman. Back to Martin Handel. Taking his time, trying to move it up. Here comes the slap shot from the screen, looking for the big opportunity, but no, again it goes wide. Czech Republic's able to keep possession in the Danish zone, quickly moving it around. Once again, Tenkrat's out there. Tenkrat back to, here's Tenkrat's shot, snap shot, second, goes wide. Danish player number 29, Madsen, is able to get the puck out of his zone deep, throws it right down behind the Czech net. They get fresh legs out on the ice. 40 seconds left in the second period. Here comes Lustig, number 19 for the Czechs. Has it back to the point. Back to Lustig, big slap shot, goes wide. Once again, over to Lustig, number 19 in the corner, back to the point, looking for that last shot. Oh, there's a stick that came up, caught the Czech player right in the face. Hudler, number 25. We'll see what the referee decides on in this situation. There we see the Lassen. Does he get a penalty? Looks like it. Here's the stick. Oh, coming up. Yes, that's undeniable. Lassen brought that stick up right into Hudler's face. And so now it's 5-on-3. I was just talking about discipline. He gets 2+2. Stefan Lassen gets 2+2 for high sticking. And that's going to carry over into the third period. This is the golden opportunity for Alois Hadamczyk on the Czech side. Hudler has a nosebleed. Team physician will be able to look after that. Get some cotton batting into each nostril. That usually takes care of it within a few minutes. 5-on-3 for Czech Republic, 0-0. Last 15 seconds. They're working around. Here comes a slap shot. Wide, very wide. Comes the last from Mikulek over to his companion. Deflection up on the boards. Last 3 seconds. Get the shot going, guys. Deflected. That's it. End of the second period. It's going to be 5-on-3 to start off the third period for the Czech Republic. At the end of 2 periods, 0-0 between Czech Republic and Denmark. See you back here in about 10 minutes.
Score from Helsinki, Team Russia 1, Team France 2. Total goals in the second
Welcome back for the start of the third period between Denmark and Czech Republic in this preliminary round game of the 2013 World Ice Hockey Championships. It's still tied up 0-0, but right now to start off the third period, it's the huge opportunity for the Czech Republic. It will be 5-on-3 for a number of seconds. Then it will be 5-on-4 in favor of the Czech Republic side. Up to the last few minutes of the second period, Denmark was playing an absolutely fantastic game. Then they got it obviously into a little bit of penalty trouble. That takes them up to this point to start off the third period. They're going to have to be very focused to get themselves out of this first couple of minutes of the third period. All of a sudden, or all that work that they put into these first two periods of this game could go up in smoke so fast, because the Czech Republic has the ability to pop in 2 or 3 goals. There we're looking at Nielsen, number 31, the goalie for the Danish side, who's put in an excellent first 2 periods of this game. And there we see players, number 6 for the Danish side, Lassen, and his companion, who are in the penalty box. They'll have very few seconds of 5-on-3, but if the Czech Republic knows how to handle it, they may be able to get a quick, excellent scoring opportunity in these first few seconds of the third period. There we're looking at the head coach, Per Bachmann, for Denmark. He's looking a bit worried. Here they go right away. They're not wasting their opportunity. They get the puck immediately down into the Danish side. Now it's 5-on-4 for the Czech Republic. Here's a good opportunity, throwing it up into the middle. Oh! Ringed right off the boards. The Czechs are able to keep it in the Danish zone, fighting for the puck behind the Danish net. Czechs are able to keep possession, working it around the periphery. The Danes being very aggressive on this penalty killing. Puck is right behind the Danish net, out to the point. Number 93, Voracek, throws it right back down behind the net. Number 12, Novotny, looking hard to get it out to the point. Number 87, Nakladel, right back to Novotny. There's looking for the tip in. Czechs respond and they get it out, throwing the puck down the ice. Still over 2.5 minutes left in this power play for the Czech Republic, because it was 2 plus 2 for high sticking, the last penalty against Denmark. The entire game here is being played for both of these teams. Here comes the Czech Republic getting possession, but it bounces up off of number 5 Smith's stick over the blue line. They have to get organized once again. Danes keeping possession of the puck, and now throwing it right down the ice, all the way back down to the goalie. Look for a big stretch back from the Czechs. Czechs having a bit of a trouble getting organized on this power play so far, but keeping possession. The Danes are doing an excellent job, being extremely aggressive, and in fact they're able to cause the Czechs to cough up the puck. Good, obviously good work from Lauritsen, number 25 of the Danish side. Able to, here comes number 93, Voracek, getting a hit of steam coming down the ice, but it's broken up once again. Here comes the Dane. Takes a long shot on Pavelec, the Czech goalie. Here comes Voracek. Penalty. We're going to be having a penalty. That's number 44 from the Danish side down on the ice, Hart. Novotny, the captain. Novotny is the captain for the Czech side, and he takes a penalty right there. Looks like interference. Trying to open up some space for Jakub Voracek, number 33, number 93, who had the puck possession right there. So it's 4-on-4. Face off in the Czech zone.
Czech Republic number 12, JD number 8. 2 minutes penalty, interference time, 2:32.
Czechs have possession of the puck. 4-on-4 situation could favor the Czech side with their speedsters. We'll see if they're able to get something organized. Danes respond with some speed of their own. Czechs trying to create a 3-on-2 situation, but turns into a 3-on-3, looking for a tip-in, but to no avail. Nielsen gloves that, right in front of Kuklak. Number 80 for the Czech side. He says, we'll stop this right here now. Head coach Alois Hadmachik trying to get things organized, trying to get things moving for his team by trying different combinations on this long, what was power play situation. Hudler, he took a stick in the face in the second period out of Vidden Nosby. He seems to be okay right now. He's back at it. And we have number 21, Dressler. Thor Dressler taking the face off for the Danish side. Here comes the slap shot right down. Nielsen does an excellent job of directing the puck into the corner. Another slap shot from Smith. Goes off into another few seconds of 4-on-4 situation. And it's another power play. Now it swings back to being a power play for Denmark. 5-on-4 for Denmark. There's Hansel, number 20, for the Czech side. Good opportunity for the Danes and moving the puck around well. The Danes seem to be smelling an opportunity here that they may be able to just go in there and take this game away from the Czech Republic. Just over 15 seconds left in the power play for Denmark. Here come the Danes, long stretch pass. Excellent opportunity! Oh! No goal. Puck came off the moorings. That was a good opportunity for the Danes, though. Captain of his side there, Morten Green, number 13, is going to talk with the referee. Probably just be a resumption of play. Let's see. Here comes number 44, trying to get it on. Stahl thought he had a goal. Watch, does the net come off the moorings before? Yes, it does. No goal. Anyway, resumption of play, 5-on-4 for another 4 seconds for Denmark. They get the draw. Here comes the big one-timer. Pavelec directs it into the corner. Team's at full strength. Danes dump it right down into the Czech zone. Pavelec leaves it for his defenseman. And here come the Czechs trying to get something organized. So far in this game, they've been fairly sterile. Number 62 for the Czech side, Tenkrat, out there trying to get something organized for his side. Gets it behind the net. Here comes the puck out in the middle of the area. No penalties called on that, but the Danes do get the puck out into the mid-ice area. Smid has it back to his companion. Get some fresh legs out onto the ice. The Danes come up with the puck, organizing themselves. Throwing it down on Pavelec. Handles that easily. Doing that for Smid. Here comes the Czech. There it is! Goal! Goal! Czech Republic! Number 2, Michalek. Goal! Czech Republic! Slap shot from a tight angle for Michalek. Number 2. There you see him on the screen right there. Let's see how it goes off. Gets the pass, has good space. There's the slap shot, tight angle, it's in. Watch it again, watch to the right of the goalie. Slap shot, right off the post in. Well, there you go. That could break this game wide open for the Czech Republic side. Nielsen's had a great game up to this point between the pipes for Denmark. Here come the Czechs. Penalty called against Denmark right now. This is a situation where the game could just slip away from Denmark and Czech Republic could come in and just grab it. Penalty called against Denmark. This gives another opportunity for the Czechs. Number 25 for the Danish side, Lauritsen, Oliver Lauritsen, gets a 2-minute penalty. And there we see the goal scorer, number 2, Michalek, for the Czech side. He's got the game winner so far, 1-0 for the Czech side. Let's see it again. This is the penalty that just came along, Lauritsen. There's Bachmann. Has something to say about that call. It's 5-on-4 situation, power play for the Czech Republic. Face off to the left of Nielsen, the Danish goalie. The Czechs win the face off, move it in from the point, deep down into the corner. Novotny looking for a quick tip in. Big scramble in front of the Danish net. They're able to come up with the puck and throw right down the length of the ice. Here comes Voracek, number 93. Trying to get up ahead of stream. Hands it off to his companion. Number 12, Novotny. Danes throw the puck right down the length of ice once again. 1:25 left in the power play for the Czech Republic. Getting themselves organized behind Pavlic, the number 31, their goalie. Again, the puck goes to Voracek. He carries it in to the Danish side. Here's an opportunity for a short-handed shot for number 33. Jacobson from the Danish side, but to no avail. The Czechs come up with the puck, driving it back into their own zone, waiting for the entire line to get fresh legs on the ice and get organized. Here's some big opportunity. Shot from the point for the Czechs. Czechs keep possession. Another slap shot from the point for the Czechs. The Czechs keep possession. Big pressure now for the last 30 seconds of the Czechs on the Danes, resisting this suffocating pressure from the Czechs on their power play. Martin Hansel is not able to keep it in the Danish zone. The Czechs just throw right back at the Danes, trying to wear them down. Hansel, big body out there. Tough to move a fellow like that. And the teams are back at full strength. Czech Republic smells the possibility of another goal in the air. Everything settles down after that last whistle. That one goal changes everything for Alois Hadmancic, the head coach for Czech Republic. It changes everything for Per Bachmann, the head coach for Denmark as well. Obviously, Denmark is going to have to start risking it in the next few minutes, trying to pull itself into a tie. Teams at full strength, face off in the Czech zone. Czechs had the puck. And the Danes are able to handle that easily enough. Czechs come up within their own zone. Number 36, Kaslava trying to get it out, but to no avail. Excellent work from number 11, Bjorkstrand, Patrick Bjorkstrand for the Danes. Here comes the big slap shot from the Czechs. Deflects up over the glass into the netting. We get a stoppage in play right now. There we see Nielsen, number 31, the goalie for Denmark. Been playing very well tonight. Just been beaten once. And we will be having, there's Lusty, number 19. He had that excellent opportunity in the second period. We get a resumption of play right now. And the Danes bring the puck out, ending up in the mid-ice area. Czechs content just to throw the puck deep into the zone. Delayed offside, so the Czechs give the puck out into the middle ice area. Come the Danes, desperately trying to look for a tip-in in front of the net. And the Czechs flick it up in the air out into the mid-ice area. Danes waiting to get organized. Now they are. Now they're going to try and put some pressure on. Quick spin around shot onto the Czech net. Turned away by Pavlic. Here comes Martin Hansel, big number 20 for the Czech side. Still fighting for the puck along the boards. Lassen, number 6 for the Danish side, lost his stick, the defenseman. Here come back the Danes looking for a tip-in front of the net. Czechs just quite content to get the puck over the mid-ice area and throw it deep down into the Danish zone, working along the boards. The Danes come out with it. And we have the Czechs moving into the mid-ice area once again. Coughing up the puck for the Danes. Number 8 Storm had it. And the Danes once again find themselves down in their own zone, getting themselves regrouped. Excellent work. Here's a cough over opportunity for the Czechs. Broken up by the D-men for Denmark the first time. Here's the second opportunity. The Czechs are starting to try and buzz around the Danish net for a few seconds. The Danish players were a bit scrambly. Now they're getting things back under control. And once again, the Czechs seem to handle it fairly well. Number 3 from the Danish side, Larsen. Drags the puck down into the Czech zone, tries to get something going, but the Czech seem to have broken it up. Yet the puck winds up on the Danish player's stick again. Here comes possible shot from the point, a wrist shot. There's a big opportunity. Oh! Excellent opportunity for the Danish players. They just weren't able to capitalize. Big screen in front of the Czech net right now. Danes smelling the opportunity for a possibility of a goal to bring themselves into a tie with this game. Pavlic covers it up. Excellent shift from the Danish side, causing probably some of the best pressure of the entire game on the Czech net. Let's have a look at it again. Comes in. There's the opportunity. Shot wide. Simply shot wide. Look again to the right of your screen. He had it. Shot wide. Larson throws it in. Rebound off of Pavlic. Bodeker comes in. Looks like it went off the side of the net. Mikael Bodeker. Bit of a conference going on over at the Czech bench. Both teams rethinking their strategy and their approach for these last about 10 minutes in this third period. Obviously, the Danish side has to start risking. Just under 7 minutes left in the third period, excuse me. Face off from the Czech end. Czechs come out with it. Danes keep possession of the puck, trying to stretch out the Czech side, trying to create some spaces for their wingers and their centermen. And now we see number five Smid, defenseman for the Czechs. He's had a big game, lots of puck possession and ice time. Czechs, the Danes could be getting themselves into a bit of a problem. No goal. The Czechs were almost able to force the Danes to cough up the puck. Tenkrat, number 62, is out there, trying to cause an opportunity. Watch what happens right in front of the net. What do coaches say all the time? Watch Nielsen, he's got it covered up. The puck did go into the net. No goal, said by the referee. Watch again. Off to the right of your screen. Tough to see from here. It's a big pile up in front of the Danish. Anyway, they start play off to the right of Nielsen, the Danish goalie. Captain number 12 for the Czech side, Novotny. Takes the face off. Danes still in this game, 6 minutes left, 1-0 for the Czech Republic. Danes have to get that puck down into the Czech zone and start forcing situations where they can get some or good shots on the net, or maybe force the Czechs to take some penalties so that they get a one or two man advantage. Delayed offside against Denmark. Waved off. And the Danes come right back down. Czechs able to handle that quite well. Smid, long stretch pass. His companion, number 42, Peter Foucault. He throws it into the Danish zone. Lauritsen trying to get the puck out of his own zone, up in the mid-ice area. 5 minutes left in the third period. 1-0 Czech Republic over Denmark. Offside against the Czech Republic. And the Danes obviously have to go out there. This is the last scoring opportunity. Bodeker shot it off the side of the net. That was the big opportunity. The Danes obviously have to keep the pressure up, keep the intensity up in these last few minutes. Well, the Czech team just has to try and keep as much possession of the puck as possible. Play whistle down. Face off in the Danish area. Per Bachmann, wondering what he has to do to try and get his team back into a tie. screen, number 13, taking the face off for the Danish side. Here comes a slap shot from the Czech area. High stick. Whistle down. Face off goes out of the Danish zone. Hoodler maybe got the stick up. There it is. He got it knocked down, but it was up over the shoulder height. Hoodler taking the face off for the Czech Republic. Danes come up with the puck. Coming out of their zone. The Danes. Danes have to try and get some sustained pressure onto the Pavelec, the Czech goalie. Trying to get more and more shots on net. This looks like a better situation. Opening up some space. There's an opportunity. Goal! Number 38 from the Danish side. Poulsen, Martin Poulsen, tied up 1-1. Martin Poulsen, number 38, gets the tie. That's the only goal for the Danish side. Watch how it works out from the corner. Watch the right-hand side of the screen. There it is. Watch the right-hand side. Bam, sweeps it in. Poulsen, number 38. Watch the right-hand side of the screen. There's the puck. Gets it in. Pavelec was just a little bit slow getting that pad across the mouth of the net. All tied up, 1-1. 4 minutes left in the third period. Lots of work from the Danish side to bring themselves back into a tie. Here comes the Czech Republic. Oh, Tenkrat. Once again off the outside of the net. Czech Republic is bringing all the pressure they can against the Danish side. Tenkrat in the corner, gets it around to Martin Hansel, tries the wrap around. Nielsen says no. Here come the Danes, content just to throw it down into the Czech zone and get some fresh legs out on the ice. Got Mikalek. He has the goal for the Czech side so far. There's a snapshot deep into the Danish zone. Turned away. And number 11, Kubicek, for the Czech side, trying to get in there and get that puck out. Oh! Almost made it. It's unceasing, suffocating pressure from the Czech Republic right now on the Danes. Can they resist for another 2 minutes and 10 seconds? And the Danes do come out with the puck. Oh! Big rebound. There's almost opportunity for the Danes. From Madsen. Watch. Long shot on the goalie. Big rebound. Madsen comes in, has a go at it. I was talking about that before, that the goalies have been leaving big rebounds in this game. That almost cost the Czech Republic right there. Here again, we see how the goal developed for the Danish side. Good work. Look to the right, left of your screen. Look to the left. There it comes. In. Pavelec getting his pads out there just a little late. Stahl getting the assist on that goal for the Danish side. Here comes again. Looking for a wraparound. Pavlic this time has the corner sealed down tight. Here come the Czechs. Both teams very aggressive in the corners right now in these last few minutes. Number 5, Smith for the Czech Republic, decides to calm things down so they get new legs out on the ice. Voracek again, trying to get as much out of his speed possible. No icing. Icing against the Danish side. Here comes that last hit. Nard, number 44. Number 42. Kukel, Peter Kukel from the Czech side, meeting up in the corner. And Green, the captain of the Danish side, gets waved out of the face-off area. And they're working it along the boards. Can't get it out of their zone, the Danes. Finally, they do out into the mid-ice area. 40 seconds left in the third period. No icing on that long stretch pass. Here come the Danes, last 30 seconds. This could be some of the last shots. Pavlic handles that easily, throws it off into the corner. Here comes Hansel with his teammates. Oh, there's some dipsy-doodling by the Czech players in front of the Danish net, but to no avail. Looks like we're going to be going to overtime, friends. Regular time is over at the end of the third period. All tied up between Czech Republic, Denmark, 1-1. Having a small break. Pavlic, number 31, the goalie for the Czech side, comes over to the bench, get himself a bit of water. Hear any type of advice from the goalie coach and from the head coach as well, what they're going to want from all the players in the overtime session right now.
Some statistics in the third period.
Let's have a look at some of the highlights that goes on. Here's some rushing towards the net. No, it fell into the net. Hart took the net off before the puck went in. Here come the Czech players. Here's the goal. Slap shot. Right in off puck. Goes by Nielsen's right arm. Watch the right hand side. There it is. As fast as that. Here comes again Mikulek. Good shot. That time, that was the game winner for the Czech Republic. But the Danes said, hey, it isn't over yet. There's a possibility off the post, the outer side of the post. Watch the right-hand side of the screen. Went off the outside of the right post. Here comes another big scramble up in front of the Danish net. No, waved off by the referee. And here comes the Danish goal. Wraparound. Look to the right-hand part of the screen. There it is, Poulsen. Sweeps it in. There's Poulsen, man on the spot, number 38. He gets the goal that ties it up and takes this game into overtime. Excellent job. Good work. Never say die, this Danish side. The Czech side, on the other hand, they're going to have to get into it. They're going to have to dig deep down, get some more energy out of themselves to try and pull this game out of the bag. Face-offs. I'm always a big face-off man. We've seen that the Danish side has been very strong on winning face-offs so far through this game tonight. Pavlic is out in his crease area, waiting for the resumption of the game. Here we go. Five-minute overtime period. And if you noticed, it's 4-on-4. Danes win the face-off. Decide to come back and get organized. Number 3, Larson, tried to go through the defense, but to no avail. Here comes the big slap shot, deflected off into the corner. Good work from number 86 on the, number 89, excuse me, Mikael Bodekera on the Danish side. Czechs finally get possession of the puck, but they decide to get fresh legs out on the ice. 4-on-4, of course, in a situation that favors the lighter, faster players because it opens up more space. And then get some more steam into their, get some more speed up into their attack. Number 11, Hubacek. Peter Hubacek working it around to the point. Here comes the big slap shot. Deflected off into the corner. Czech defensemen working it around, keeping the puck into the Danish zone, but they finally do get it. Out to number 44, Hart, Nicholas Hart. But he decides to have it back deep down into his own zone. And they too go for changes on the fly. And here comes back Schmid, number 5 for the Czech side, working along the side of the boards, coming out with it. And the Danes keep possession of the puck. No big scoring opportunities in the first 2 minutes of the overtime period. Danes getting themselves organized. Back to the point. Danes trying to get a shot, good shot. Oh, bounce out in front of the Czech net. Weren't able to get here. Could be an opportunity for number 14, Fleischmann from the Czech side. Good work from Fleischmann. Penalty called. Ho, ho, ho. Penalty called against Denmark. Per Bachmann. He does not like that. Jensen. Jesper Jensen gets himself 2 minutes. Right there. Tripping. Fleischmann was doing number 14 for the Czech side was doing a huge job. They don't agree with that. And in fact, it's the Danish side which calls a timeout. It's going to be 4-on-3 for the in favor of the Czech side. So obviously the Danes, with their 3 players out there, the players have to know exactly what they have to be doing in this situation. What areas they have to cover, not leaving any areas open. There we have a good look at Pavlic, the goalie for the Czech side. And at the other end of the rink, we see Nielsen bearing down. He knows it's going to be next couple of minutes will be intense. Novotny out there has a good over 50% win in the face-off area. Okay, a power play for the Czech side. 4-on-3 overtime, all tied up 1-1. Czechs keep possession of the puck. And they're working the puck along the blue line. Right back to number 2, Mikulek. Shot coming in, deflects up over the ice. Nielsen says that face-off should go outside of our zone. There's Smid. Ladislav Smid. Got himself an assist so far tonight. He's got a lot of ice time. Czechs win the face-off. Keep possession of the puck, looking for a quick tip-in. Deflects off of stick into the corner. Novotny. Back to Mikulek. Mikulek working it around, off to the point. Here comes the shot. Good work from the Danes. They finally get possession of the puck, send it down the length of the ice. Czechs are forced to go back to their zone, get regrouped. Here comes a possibly good opportunity for number 12, Novotny, captain of the Czech side. Another 50 seconds left in the power play. Novotny out to Mikulek, Smid. Oh, they aren't able to get the puck out of the zone, and the Czechs are able to keep that pressure on. 30 seconds left in the power play. Deflects over the glass into the netting, stoppage and play. And so far, the Danish side is resisting this incredible pressure from Smid and company. And we have the face-off once again in the Danish zone. Puck is bounced out down the ice. Czechs back, picking it up. About another 15 seconds left in the power play for the Czech Republic, and the Danes just send them right back down the ice once again. Excellent work from the Danish side. And it's all tied up 1-1, and teams are back at full strength. Last 15 seconds left in overtime, or in the overtime period. Czechs seem to be fairly content just to play out these last few seconds in the mid-ice area, and that's it. Overtime period finished. Now both coaches are looking around. They're starting to compile the list of their players for their penalty shot, for their shootout situation. Always important. Who do you want to go out there taking those penalty shots for you, and especially in what order? And now this is coming down to big pressure time on the goalies. As we have a look at Nielsen, the Danish goalie. Both coaches looking up and down the benches. There's Pavelic, goalie number 31 for the Czech side. Topped in green Probably got a stick up around on the lip area. He's got some ice on it. Everybody has a bit of a moment now to think things over. And so, as we have noticed, on the for the shooters in these shootout situations, the reigning logic is that you should not go to deking out the goalie. You should go with your shot high to the right, high to the left, between the elbow and the rib cage, wherever you want. Deke outs are, if you're trying to deke out the goalie, the percentage is lower. We'll see what the players choose to do. Also, the goalies are simply just getting bigger. As we've seen, the goalie from the starting goalie from the U.S. side is over 2 meters tall, 2 meters 1 centimeter tall. He takes up a lot of space in that goal crease area. Therefore, if you're coming down on a penalty shot on him, if you're going to try and deke him out, it becomes very difficult. So the reigning logic is it says that you should go to your best shot, your sure shot that you have. But of course, we never would. That's not said what happens, because we see a lot of players still prefer to go for a deke out, trying to get the puck between the goalie's pads, or come in close, get the goalie to go down, and then go high with the puck. We'll see what happens as things are developing right now. First to shoot is going to be Czech Republic, and of course it's the Danish goalie who defends between the pipes. Still talking it over. No, it will. It will be Denmark shooting on Czech Republic starting off. Excuse me. They've got the appropriate music as well. Here we go. Coming down, coming around. Oh, nice shot. Beautiful. Goes high over the right shoulder, I believe, of Pavelic. Very nice. That's how you take a good penalty shot. Come in, be decisive, and put as much energy and power on that puck as possible. Here we go for the Czechs. There you see the difference. The Czech player, number 43, Kovar, is just coming in a bit slow. Seemed to be undecided what he wanted. And of course, gets in a bit close, gets tied up on the pads of Nielsen, the Danish goalie. Here's the Stahl taking the second penalty shot for the Danish side. Pavelic comes out, walks it back, no goal. Pavelic stops him. It was close, but no cigar. Ended up underneath Pavelic. Doesn't matter how you keep it out, just as long as you keep it out. Here comes the Czech Republic. Stymied. Number 17, Verbata. Denied. This could be it. Here's the captain, Green, for the Danish side. He's skating around, deciding what he wants to do. Pavelic comes out to meet him a bit. Denied. Czech Republic has to score on this penalty shot to keep themselves tied. Comes down green. He wanted to go high. Pavlic got the glove out. Here we go. Tied up. Hudler. Let's go. Right there, the difference was that Hudler made his move farther away from the goalie. He didn't come in right underneath the goalie. He was farther away there, so therefore the goalie couldn't get out there and poke check him in time. And we go on. It's all tied up in the overtime, in the shootout situation. Here comes Hudler again. Can he repeat? No. Now let's see if the Danes... Oh, off the post. Went off the post. Went first off the stick, then off the post. No. Bodeker can't believe that. Oh, off of the goalie's stick. Here comes Urgel. He's going to have a go at it. Goal! Urgel comes in. One side, the other side, bam, that's in. Now, Denmark has to respond. Goal! Nice. Nice move. It's all tied up again. Nice move from number 29, Madsen. Watch how far away he stays from the goalie. He doesn't come in too close. Urgel once again. Gets it in. Urgel's a money man. Once again, he puts the pressure on Denmark to reply. Right between the pads. No! Denied! Denied! And that's it. Czech Republic comes out of the blue to take this game away from Denmark. End of shootout. Comes down there. Pavlic closes the space between the pads, and that's it. That's how it all ends. We see Czech Republic getting a much needed win. It pulls the team up into a possible 4th spot finish. Now we're going to see who the best players of the game were. I would say Mikalik for the Czech side, number 2. Mikalik, and for the Danish side, I would say number 25, Oliver Lauridsen. Nielsen. Nielsen, the goalie for the Danish side. Now let's see what they say for the Czechs. Oh, there you go. There we have it. Mikalik, player of the game for the Czech side. Nielsen for the Danes. It was a great game. Ends up 2-1. The winner for the Czech side. Thanks a lot. Come back. There's going to be a lot more great hockey later on today and these next few days. See you soon. Bye-bye.